Let me assert my firm belief that the only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
Hello there, I missed you. I'm going to deal with 3 issues today. First, the result of my analysis of factors that influence the current economy other than those discussed already. Second, the Limbaugh Mantra. And third, the issue of sex education. Let me first come to a factor that seems to have been overlooked in virtually every economic theory I'm aware of. A term that stems from behavioral sciences, yet may have a more severe impact on the economic recovery than many, if not most, other factors. I am talking about the negative impact of fear. To begin with, the problem with economists is that they seem to talk Catalan, a Spanish dialect spoken around Barcelona, Spain, when trying to explain their theories. Yet, as I have explained on previous occasions, the domestic economy, and for that matter the global economy, can be described as a donut in which everybody participates in form of receiving benefits and buying goods or services. That includes the government, which, from the point of view of the economist, is nothing else but an enterprise that buys goods and services and is being paid for its services and occasionally lives beyond its means. For those of you who are new to this, here's how it works. The government buys goods or services from its suppliers, who employ workers that get paid and buy products and services. Sounds simple enough, doesn't it? Well, here's the first monkey wrench. Few have enough saved to pay for, let's say, a car in cash. Most of us need credit. So, unless the credit market is working, there will be few, if any, car sales or major other purchases, leaving car makers in the doldrums. Here then is monkey wrench number 2, fear. If workers are laid off by the millions, those that still have a job hold on to their money out of unadulterated fear, and those that are out of a job can't buy in the first place. And no, tax cuts absolutely will not do the job, a major job of salvaging our economy. Nor will tax cuts increase employment, as not only large corporations, but small businesses too don't have enough profit or even lose money and therefore pay no taxes in the first place. Nor will tax cuts reduce the budget deficit, or for that matter our national debt, as the Clinton and Bush terms have shown. But back to the issue of fear. I have the distinct feeling that behavioral sciences should play a larger role in evaluating the current state and the future development of the economy. You're most welcome to comment on it. In any case, we need to address that issue, though I have not a clue how. People in fear act irrational, and I don't blame them. Let me come to another point. Certain political parties look at the mass of people as a mushroom crowd that has been held in the dark and is being fed cow bleep and is therefore open to more of the same. How else can you explain the satanic verses of the Limbaugh Mantra that openly supports our economy going down into depression, hoping that Obama's attempt to rescue the economy would fail?
And I sure as heck want you to know I hope he failed.
Sorry, but I respectfully disagree with Keith Olbermann. This is no comedy and Limbaugh is no comedian. Anybody who has the same goals as the Taliban, that is damaging our economy, to me is a Taliban sympathizer. No offense. If you disagree with me on that, picture yourself out of a job, out of unemployment benefits, out of a home and unable to feed your family. That is, if you have the imagination to picture yourself in such a situation. I don't blame you if you don't, and please forgive me for having lost my humor, but this is too bleep serious. And if people like McCain, to whom I used to look up to until his recent campaign, come and want to axe the social security system, I must remind him that this means a breach of contract under which the elderly have performed by paying social security taxes since the times of Roosevelt, and would take a breach of contract not too lightly. Indeed, how anyone would want to restore the conditions before Roosevelt is beyond me. But now to the issue you have been waiting for, sex, or more to the point, sex education. There seem to be efforts underway to introduce or expand sex education in our schools. The reason is a large number of teen pregnancies. And of course, that got the conservatives all upset. A study conducted in Texas shows that in sex education classes, 94% of Texas school districts teach that abstaining from sex is the only healthy option for unmarried couples. According to NARAL Pro-Choice America, the United States has unacceptable high rates of teen pregnancies, sexually transmitted diseases, and HIV/AIDS infections. According to NARAL, research shows that honest, medically accurate sex education works. In turn, abstinence-only programs aren't proven effective, and some studies even show that young people who go through these programs are less likely to use contraceptives and protect themselves when they become sexually active. It appears to me that carefully styled sex education could be beneficial to society, though I'm aware of the fact that this will find opposition. The just say no approach, that is the abstinence approach, has not worked in the past and will not work in the future. And the approach not to talk about it, of which I am as guilty too, has not worked either. Just don't think for a moment that your children will not engage in sex if you preach abstinence. You'll have to face reality and quit dreaming. Anyway, any feedback is welcome. I'll see you.